All right. So, hi, everybody. I just want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time and making the effort to be here tonight. My understanding is that we have a lot of team members who unfortunately are not able to jump on because there have been some massive storms going on out here in the Midwest. So let's just kind of give a heart up to them and hope that things will unfold in a positive way. So I would very much like to get started with, as you guys all know, I like to get started with something called our mission statement. And I'm going to pull this up. And here it is. Let me minimize that. And what I'd like to do this time around, normally I am the one who, let me hide this here. I am the one who typically actually says what this is. This is something that I have at the bottom of all of my emails. And I would love any of you to unmute, tell me who you are, and I'd love for you to tell us what our purpose is tonight. So, anyone? Be the prospect or distributor that you were hoping for. So just unmute yourself if you can. Hopefully you can. And just go ahead and shout out here. Tell us what this purpose is.
Kathleen Jeannie Boone from Richmond, Virginia. I'll be delighted to read it.
Thank you. Okay, Jeannie, go ahead.
Our purpose. We dare to imagine an abundant world where both physical and financial health is optimized. We believe your wealth matters. That's why we've combined the cutting edge research of nutrigenomics with a leveraged plan to build your own legacy because you matter.
Wonderful. Jeannie, thank you very much. I cannot overemphasize how important our mission statement is. Hopefully each and every one of you have had an opportunity perhaps to create a mission statement for your own life. At the same time, imagine if you were to perhaps memorize this or make sure that it gets out in front of your prospects or even your new distributors, the new team that you're building, because look at how really important this whole message is. We don't do anything by halves here at LifeVantage. And what I love the most is that we start out with we dare, right? We dare to be entrepreneurial. We dare to imagine. We dare to give. And those are all of the things that are sort of inferred within this purpose statement. So every week, I am going to be highlighting this because I think it's a very, very important component of who we are as a company, and not only as a company, but as a culture and as a people who are very, very invested in helping as many people as we can. All right, so that is our purpose here at LifeVantage. And what I'd like to do now is I want to tell my story. And this is something I think eminently important for not only new distributors, but also for those of you out there who might need to do sort of what we call a redo or a reboot. You know, your story is the most important component to who you are as a distributor. So what I'm going to do following this background or this outline is I'm going to share my story. All right. And I want you to write these down, and I would love it next week, starting next week. I'd love to hear maybe one or two of your stories. So here we go. First of all, my name is Kathleen O'Brien. I am what is called a Pro 8 within the world of LifeVantage. Please take a look at the income disclosure statement to see what that infers in terms of legacy and leveraged income. I have been with LifeVantage for 10 years. The reason that I came to LifeVantage is because I was so eminently unhappy with my situation. I was in a position of living in a duplex, having left a 4,000 plus square foot home on a gated community on the golf course because things were just not working for me and my marriage. And we have someone who is unfortunately not muted. So if you can please mute yourself, that would be wonderful. So I'm going to ask you to mute, and I think we're good. All right, so thank you. So those are the two big pieces of this. I was in a position of little money and living with an air mattress and a suitcase full of mismatched clothing. And I was called. I was called by a friend of mine in Oregon. I lived in Virginia at the time. I took a look at an ABC primetime investigative report, and literally within 5 minutes, I found a solution. I could not believe what was in front of me. I knew after 21 years within the network marketing world that I had found something that would work for me. And I'm here to tell you that the leveraged income has offered me so many solutions. I have been able to do a number of things, from number one, becoming debt free, number two, to purchasing a home for my daughter. I've been able to fall in love and be able to take the time, energy, and effort that takes to be able to manifest. And here I am tonight, not necessarily to make more money, but here to share with you how to build your own business. Because it's what I love. I love supporting and lifting others. So these are some components to telling your story that are going to be very, very important. All right, so those are some of the things that I wanted to share with you within the first 10 or so minutes. What we're going to do now is we're going to move into some really fast basic training. And the first thing, more specifically with new distributors, is we need to teach them, first of all, that yes, you do have a replicated website. And yes, you do have something called the virtual office. So we're going to just do a quick 8 or 9 minutes of that. So let me figure out how to get to that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and minimize there and bring this up. All right, so what I've done, guys, is when you sign up with LifeVantage with whatever name that you signed up with, whether it's Mary Smith or Kathleen O'Brien or whatever, it's going to come up with the name that you signed up with. So for me, it was KathleenO'Brien.lifevantage.com. And I ended up changing it eventually to KOB. My husband is a doctor. We put in drjeffpiercy.lifevantage.com. So for new distributors, all you need to do is type in whatever name you signed up with, .lifevantage.com, and you're off and running. So this is what your prospects are going to see when you share that link with them. And you can share that through email, you can share it through texting, you know, whatever your preferred method of communication is. But I just want to kind of scroll down a little bit here, and I want to show you that these are some of the things that your new distributor, or see, I'm already assuming, right? I always assume that they want to be a part of the team. So my assumptions are always typically pretty good. But these are the things that they're going to see as they kind of scroll through. Look at how professionally done this is and how beautiful it is. As we scroll down, you'll notice that there are some other additional click links that you can click on. And for these purposes tonight, I want to just click into here to the Virtual Global Convention. And that will take us to Virtual Global Convention 2020. We have 71 days, 18 hours, 48 minutes, and 22 seconds left. And why is that important to you as a distributor? I'll tell you why. Because LifeVantage has just recently rolled out an amazing opportunity for you. So regular pricing, $199, so let's just say 200 bucks, all right? So for 200 bucks, you get 2 days of the most phenomenal training that you will ever experience within the, not only the network marketing, but the just kind of personal growth aspect of being within the world of network marketing. That's the original reason why I joined back in the 1980s. It wasn't to make money. I joined because I got to hang out with people and make money. So and also to learn more about myself. And I would not be who I am today without the advent of network marketing into my life. So it's $200. It is going to be a virtual event like no other. And here is why. Because when you register right now, look at some of the things that you're going to receive. Number one, you're going to receive 3 registration tickets for the price of 1. So for $200, you're going to get $600 of tickets. Okay. That is absolutely amazing. You're also going to have 30 days to rewatch any of this. So if you have things that you're already locked into within that time frame, they give you grace. They say, you know what, we're going to give you 30 days to be able to watch it. You're also going to receive a registration packet, which includes a legacy bracelet. You're going to receive a $25 gift card. You're going to receive a raffle entry. They're giving away 20,000. That's a 2-0 comma with 3 extra O's in prizes during convention. I can't even imagine what that's going to look like. You're going to get a digital workbook. You're also here if you purchase tickets before October 1st. Let me just kind of scroll down through here real quick. Who is not muted? Not muted. Okay, I think we're good now. Oh, mute. There we go. We're going to go ahead and mute Sue. You just, I mean, I could go on, and I want you to take the time to really go into your replicated website, scroll down to the bottom and click on convention and see what you get. So how can you attend for free? Look at this. Any distributor that generates 500 PV in new sales between August 1st and August 31st or September 1st and September 30th will receive 1 free registration ticket, which includes basically 2 others. So you're going to get 3. Only 1 qualification per distributor. So like for me, for instance, believe it or not, I'm not only at Pro 8 in 1 business center, but I have 2 other business centers, but those will not qualify. And that's a very, very deep compensation explanation. If you earn the free registration, but are already registered, all right. So for instance, my husband and I are already registered. I'm sure some of you already are. You're going to get an additional $175 gift card on top of the $25 registration pack that you're going to receive. So what does that say to you guys? That means good on ya. Good on you for taking advantage, taking control, and managing your business in the right way, which basically means is you never ever miss an event and you always sign up. So for those of us who have already signed up, yay, we're going to get some extra special stuff. So those are really cool things that I want you to tie into. And if you're not already registered for convention, I would highly recommend that you get registered, because you know what? When you do $500 in PV, not only do you get all this really cool stuff, but if you're at 40% commission, that's an additional $200 in your pocket, right? That's the way these numbers work. So that's really, really cool. So let's go ahead. So that's what your replicated website looks like, all right? But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick login, because we only have 30 minutes of training here. And I am going to log in to my husband's back office, or otherwise known as virtual office. Some of you have already seen how we do shopping and we place what is called a subscription order. A subscription order is really, really important, because guys, in order for you to be quote unquote commissionable, you want to do at least a 30% commission, or like myself, I don't like doing extra work to earn 40%. All I do is make sure that I use the products that I love. So at 30%, you're looking at $100 up to, 100 points up to 199 points in orders, in personal orders, or a combination of you. So if you, let's just say when I first got started, I could afford a bottle of Protandim, and I went out and found customers who may help me to make up that additional 100 points plus. And I was now commissionable at 30%. When you get to 200 points and over, you are now commissionable at 40%. So why not, right? Why not get more commission for doing just a tiny bit extra? Now, what I'd like to do though, is I want to come over here to communications. You notice all of these have drop-down menus. I want to encourage you to go in. I want you to play around. I want you to, understand that it's not going to break. You can sign back out, you can sign back in, and you can play around. So let's go to communications. We're going to go down here to the library, and I'm going to show you one of my most favorite forms. Believe it or not, I print it out every single month at the end of the month. Why? Because my orders go out every single month on the 5th of the month, okay? But how do I monitor them? Well, I come down here to forms, and I find, let's see if I can find it. Let me look here. I am looking for, gotta look here. I don't have my glasses on. No, there it is. See that? Product price list and order form. If you haven't seen this, I want you to see how magic it is. I print it out every single month, and I use it to place my orders, because you know what, guys? My husband Jeffrey and I are products of the products, and we have 4 separate orders every single month. I hesitate to tell you how much we spend, but I'm here to tell you we use everything. There is not one product we don't use. And the reason I want to point this out to you, not only because it makes it easy for you to manage product volume. You see that where the cursor is? Product volume is PV. Remember what I said, as long as you're at 200, you are promised a 40% commission on all initial orders on all of your personal preferred customers and personal distributors when they first sign up. So this right here guarantees it. Ultimate stack packets. It shows you what the quantity is. It shows you what the list price would have been. It also shows you what the subscription price is, what your product volume is, what the cost per serving is per day, and what your savings are by doing a subscription, okay? How much would this information matter to you if you were working with prospects and they start asking off the wall questions like, for instance, how much is the Protandem NRF2 Synergizer? Well, it's really interesting, because if you were to order it at retail, the price would be $59.99. At the same time, I'm not going to allow you to pay that price, because here is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and set up a subscription of $49.99, and you're going to get free shipping out of that. If you ordered it at retail, unfortunately, you got to pay shipping. But here you pay $49.99, you get free shipping plus whatever tax and whatever state you happen to be in, and it will ship direct to you. Now, what does a subscription mean, new distributor or new preferred customer? What that means is that you don't have to think anymore. The order will come to you automatically. Whenever someone becomes a new product user, I always highly recommend no less than 3 months. It takes about 90 days to see if your body's going to adjust. And I'll be checking in with you to make sure that everything is going well. And then we'll go from there. If it looks like, for whatever reason, which I don't understand why, but if for whatever reason, if you decide that you need to turn it off or lower it or raise it, I can help you with that, because you're going to have the ability to not only have me help you, but you can do it yourself. All you have to do is sign in. You can cancel it, you can raise it, you can drop ship to friends, you can do whatever you like. So do you see how manifestly important this product price list is? I would recommend that you print out 2 or 3 copies and just keep them on hand with you. So that way, when you're working with someone and they make a decision to go ahead and order the Axio Sour Cherry, you're ready, because down here, you can take all the information that's required in order to take that order and then you personally can either put it in yourself or you can teach them how to do it. Sometimes there's just a situation, many times I've taken orders on scraps of paper just because I happen to be at a red light and somebody calls me and they tell me they want to place an order, but I know now over 10 years, I know exactly what is needed. But for now, as a new distributor, you can print this out. So guys, this is only one. This is just one asset that you have that you've got and you can put in your back pocket and you can take it with you and you can take it to the bank. All right, so that is a little bit about what goes on in our virtual office. There is so much more that I would love to share with you. Unfortunately, we don't have time tonight because what I really want to do, guys, is I want to move into what our theme is for this month. And that is commitment. You know, commitment is really super important. Wouldn't you agree? You know, we talked a little bit about being in a marriage last week. And one of the advantages of being in a marriage, if you're monogamous and you're with the right person, that's how they're going to stay. But you know, wouldn't it be awful if they came home from a trip and they said to you, honey, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself. I was on a 6-day trip and I was monogamous for 4 of those 5 nights. That wouldn't feel very good, would it? That would be a genuine lack of commitment. And what I want to do tonight is I just want to kind of do a review of what true commitment is. And I just want to remind you that when we take a look at what true commitment is, by the way, there was an incredible, I don't know what you call it on Zoom, FaceTime, Zoom, whatever it is, not Zoom, but it was like a FaceTime where Darren Jensen interviewed a doctor and she spoke to commitment. But here tonight, for our purposes, I want you to see what real true commitment is. Commitment is the relentless choice to keep a worthy promise long after the emotion that helped trigger that promise has ebbed away. So think about that one for just a sec. You know, how many times have you been involved in something that you really think you want to do? Like right now, which this is kind of a side commitment, but I had this amazing paint by number downstairs and I was so committed to it for about 4 days. You can ask my husband, I was so subsumed by painting and making sure everything was in the right place and painting the right numbers. And then I put it away and I haven't done anything with it for a couple of weeks. So what has happened is every time I pass by it, because I understand the whole concept of commitment, I actually feel a little guilty because I have not had a solid plan in place in order to maintain my sense of commitment to it. But I will promise you between now and next Wednesday, I will have done something with that. But what I want to talk with you for now, just a little bit, and we're going to wrap this up, is when I lived in the state of Virginia, I was a member of a lot of different network organizations. I was a member of the local Chamber of Commerce. I ended up sitting on their board eventually because I've always been entrepreneurial and I've been very invested in various companies throughout my career with network marketing. I went to early morning network marketing groups. I went to late evening network marketing opportunities. I did so much to get my business out there. And then I came across something called Business Networking International, or otherwise known as BNI. Some of you may be aware of that, some of you may not, but I loved their concept. And the whole concept of BNI was that you became an arm of all the other members of that particular chapter. In other words, you were not there to promote your business. You were there to find out about everyone else's businesses. Isn't that amazing? You were there to find out about how you could become an arm of what they needed. So if you were a roofer or if you were a real estate agent, you would meet with other members within that group and you would support one another and you would bring what were called referrals at the time. Well, I was approached as a business owner to join a brand new chapter in Virginia. And by the end of the year, this brand new chapter had become the #1 chapter in referrals in the entire state of Virginia. How did that happen? It happened because we all supported one another. We were all committed, and we all understood the concept of what commitment is, because commitment is just not the main piece of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up a quick video, just a 1-minute, 30-second video, and I want to introduce you to the gentleman who actually started the B&I concept way back when. So let's just take a moment and just have a listen.
Hi, welcome to IvanMeisner.com, and today I've got a short video for you with one of my Ivanisms. Here it is. Passion alone does not produce results. Passion and commitment produce results. Passion alone does not produce results. Passion and commitment produce results. Hey, I've met thousands of people over the years who were really passionate about something, but they didn't really truly have the commitment to apply consistently in order to get the results that they wanted. It takes, I believe, both passion and commitment. You have to be like a dog with a bone on something if you really want to achieve success in life. I think the best way to describe it is that success and results is more of a marathon than it is a sprint. It's about having the passion to get behind something and then making the commitment to stick with it and do it over and over and over again. Remember, passion alone does not produce results. Passion and commitment produce results in life and in business.
Okay. All right. So hopefully that has resonated for you, because that's what I believe. And I'm going to stop sharing here. If I can figure out how to do that, stop share. Okay. Because I have learned this over 30+ years by building multiple opportunities, by working with probably into the tens of thousands of different people. And everyone is going to have a different level of commitment. They are going to be passionate. Many people are super uber passionate at the very beginning. And then what starts to happen, and I've said this many times, and it's statistically proven, and I'm sad to say, and it's said from stage in LifeVantage, that within 90 days, most distributors become customers. Why is that? It's because they're passionate, but they're not committed. And I want to add one little last nuance to that. The third major piece to not only being passionate and committed is posture. And you'll hear quite a lot about that within the world of LifeVantage, and it was something that I had to learn over time. Posture is important. I don't mean standing up straight. That's not what I mean. What I mean is owning it, is knowing what you have, believing what you've invested in, not only financially, but within yourself. This is something that you believe in, and just because you get 1 or 2 or 10 or 12 or 15 negatives, who cares, right? Don't be attached, because your posture will be reflected repeatedly. And what will start to happen is that funnel will start to pop out positives. It will start to pop out those distributors. It will start to pop out those preferred customers who are asking really big questions that you don't know the answer to. And you know what? That's exciting. That is one of the most exciting parts about being a new distributor, is because when you start to get questions you can't answer, this is where you lean in to what we call third-party validation. For those of you who are brand new, I just want to give it to you. That's really great. You know what? The less you know, the faster you'll grow. And as you become more in tune with how this process works for you, you're going to get those questions. And please, please, please do not hesitate to ever reach out. We will, as elite distributors, we will find those answers for you. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close it up. I am about 2 minutes over. Again, I want to thank you for taking the time, having the energy, and being here, because I think this is one of the most important pieces to not only being a new distributor, but learning how to teach new distributors. You notice within 30 days, or 30 minutes, we touched on a little bit of stuff, but not too much. Don't overwhelm your new distributors, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording, and then we'll hang around for about 15 minutes. I'm here, Pro 9, Cherie Gillespie is here. I don't know if anybody else is out there, but if you have questions, if you have comments, just, you know, have some stuff that you don't understand, we are here to support you, okay? So let me go ahead and stop this, and I'll see you in just a sec.